Hi, it is Sunday evening, and I am Loretta Welling Phillips. And to briefly talk to you, I am very scared to do videos, but I decided to do one and break through that fear. Kind of something that a goal that I've set for myself. I am a doctoral level psychotherapist many years. I now have turned as a doctoral level life coach, relationship coach. So that being said, I wanted to bring to you today some concerns about some of the responses I'm getting to my post yesterday and then the lengthy post that I wrote on my website. I'm going to post that below this is if you want to revisit it. And I just briefly want to bring up some key points in what I had said. One of the things I want to be clear about is it's okay being single. I've had a lot of people write me and say, well, why you need to? No, I don't. Stop. You don't need anyone to belittle you or say that you need a relationship. Part of the growing in rejection that I did not write in there was the comfortableness of being single. And I'm going to use this analogy so you guys can really place what I'm trying to say. A relationship, a healthy one, you grow together. And if you are not healthy growing in your own field, how are you going to be growing or comfortable growing in someone else's field? If you cannot grow independently and separately and, reap your own fruit, goals, I'm going to refer to that as your fruit as your goals and your desires and your dreams and your wants, you're going to end up growing in that other person's field and you're going to reap their fruit in their goals and their wants, and it's going to produce an unhappy relationship. Now, one of the things I wrote about abandonment and growing from rejection is being comfortable with being rejected. Very difficult to do. No one's comfortable in being rejected. But what I want you to do is flip that, change that thinking. If someone doesn't show you enough respect to talk to you about their changing, because we all change. Think of your kids. How many times do you change their clothes? They grow out of their clothes, their shoes. They like different food. They grow up to like food that they didn't like when they were 5. It doesn't change. Just because you're not a child anymore, you're still growing. You're still maturing. Your interests change every day, every year, every minute, every hour. They change. That person who has abandoned or rejected you or decided not to have the relationship anymore did not even value that sacred relationship you had to tell you that they're changing. So is that person going to be emotionally available if you were to get sick or have any type of life-changing trauma event, losing a limb, having to fight a battle that you didn't expect to have to fight? I had to fight a battle in court. I did it by myself with some of my family members. I had a few friends present. They're no longer in my life anymore. They decided to later on abandon me, as my point, because everybody grows. And I've realized that they didn't find it sacred enough in me, because this goes for friendships too, to tell me there was even a problem. They decided to take our relationship, destroy it, and not value even telling me why, or vague about it. Now, if I was talking to a client or a friend and they said to me, well, I don't even know what I did, and they were telling me the same thing, I would look at them and go, are you serious? The person didn't even talk to you about it? And I would advise them the same thing I'm telling you. It wasn't you per se. Sometimes, there are situations where, there's infidelity and stuff, but let's put that aside. I've had people tell me that people have just left them in abandonment. And they say to me, what did I do? What does it mean? Well, I'm going to use me as an example. I had a guy that I dated about 27 years ago come back into my life. Told him to read a few things about the trauma I had been through. He stopped talking to me. So I met a couple of my friends, and I know they're watching this, and they all know who they are. We call it the bathroom discussion because we all were late at night talking about this. And one of them looked at me and said, "Are you serious? Are you really sitting there blaming yourself? This person did this to you 30 years ago. This person hasn't changed." So in the same hints that you have people that change, you have people that don't change. So I woke up one morning, probably 24 hours later, and I thought, oh my God, the light bulb went off. This isn't my issue. Why am I saying I'm too fat? Why am I saying I'm too ugly? Why am I saying I'm not good enough? Why am I saying my trauma was too severe? Why am I blaming myself when this person has not changed in 27 years? And that's when I decided to do the no contact, which is if this person didn't value talking to me and telling me what was wrong, or this person didn't value me as a person, what would make me think if he couldn't understand the trauma I went through, if I were to get sick in the future, he isn't going to understand that either. He's going to leave, right? Yeah, he's going to leave. So knowing that red flag, why would I want to pursue that? A lot of us pursue these relationships because we need to feel wanted, desirable, needed. When the fact of it is, this person's going to do it to the next person after you, and then the next person after that, because it's not you, it's that person. So when you do a no contact, you force that person to think about their behavior. Now they're going to be asking themselves, well, why aren't they calling me? Because see, when you call them and you have contact, they still got you on a leash, and they're not going to change. They're going to continue that behavior down the road, and they're going to continue and continue and continue because they always have you to run back to. So with the no contact, you make them think about what they've done and how they could have gone about it differently. Because the bottom line is they did not feel that your relationship, as you did, thought that you were strong enough to fight any problem. They decided to take that problem, make a decision on their own without discussing it with you, and break that bond. If that was any friend that you were talking to, what would you tell them? So that being said, I'm going to do another video on another aspect of growing in rejection sometime this week. I'm going to do a video for every day for the next 30 days. So there's a lot more to that post that I want to talk about that people have been asking me about. But I just briefly want to discuss that with you. And I seriously, seriously want you guys to read that post and read the material in it, because there's a lot of helpful information from not only myself, but my colleague Matthew Hussey. So that being said, I want you all to continue to walk in hope. Never give up, and there is not a problem that isn't solvable. If you feel there is, please write me, and I will help you through whatever you need guidance through. I wish you a very happy Sunday and a very blessed night and evening.